Record. What's your name?
Erin Keating.
How old are you?
I'm about to be 52.
Whee! And what has your career been up until this point?
Am I looking at you or am I looking at the camera?
I think you should look at the camera.
I have been a television development and production executive and executive producer for cable networks, production companies, and a mobile platform. Scripted is my specialty, my expertise. I've made unscripted and scripted TV. And I now host a podcast called Hotter Than Ever.
And tell us when you had a choice point, when you chose a different life, a different career, a different all the things.
So a couple of years ago, I blew everything up. I had been married for 16 years. I had been in my job for 6 years. I had 2 kids. I was, like, by all accounts, successful. And, you know, I had made some money. I had bought a house. I had sort of fulfilled a lot of my bucket list conventional dreams. But I was really unhappy inside of all of it. The marriage was unhappy. The work was too intense. I was burnt out. And I got COVID. I ended up getting very sick and going to the hospital. And, you know, a brush with mortality will do wonders for a girl. I think Taco! Sorry. Come up here.
He went under.
I got very sick, and it really made me think very hard about my life and what I wanted it to be and sort of what it was and what the demands were on me and where my pleasure, my happiness, my joy was coming from. And I realized that I had sort of neglected to consider myself in the mix, and that I was not getting what I needed out of the marriage. We had not had sex in a long time.
What's a long time?
10 years. So sad for me in the past. So sad for that person who lived with that. That's not who I am. I knew it was time to make a big change. Because if tomorrow isn't promised, then what you do every day needs to be more intentional than what my life was like. And, you know, I was living in the dreams of someone 20 years younger who had spent the last 20 years trying to manifest all of these goals and succeeding. And I needed a reboot. So my husband and I got separated. I got laid off. Oops. Oh!
Jumped right out of your ear.
I got laid off from my fancy corporate job, you know, where I had a lot of agency and a lot of authority and was making money. And but I was ready for a change. And so, you know, I really needed to build a next phase of my life. And I knew that I wanted to sort of get my voice back, and that I had been working for other people and cultivating other people's creativity and talent for a long time, and that I was really good at that. But I had started out, you know, wanting to be a writer, wanting to be a writer-performer, doing all of those things, and sort of chose the path that would give me a steady income because I needed that. And it was very fulfilling, and it was a great path for me for a long time. Why? My ears are just not shaped in such a way that they like
Interesting.
earbuds.
Hold on. I'm gonna put that out of the back.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And we're back.
And we're back. So yeah, I was looking for a new path where I could find my voice again, and I also was looking to, figure out my relationship stuff with men. I was trying to, get back my mojo and my sexuality. So yeah, it's a really big turning point for me around age 50, when I decided to make a whole lot of big changes in my life all at once.